Did Microsoft just lock down your Xbox? What did Xbox do to hurt this publisher? Xbox is taking away this feature. There's a huge Xbox sale going on. Don't miss out. What's up, guys, and welcome to Xbox Ready, the special weekend edition where I team up with Jimmy Champagne over here to my right, and we discuss the most pressing matters going on in the Xbox world, or the matters that are most interesting to us, I should say. First, did you catch the ID at Xbox showcase the other day?
No, I didn't even see this get announced, and then you were texting me about it, and there's that cool game that you're going to talk about. But yeah, I didn't know they were doing a showcase, and then we just looked up the games in it. There was like some Vampire Survivors DLC, the Benedict Fox game that got an update on combat. That looked pretty cool.
Yes, it was. Overall, I would say a pretty decent show. Not necessarily like a slam dunk, home run, Showtime alley-oop situation, but there was some cool stuff. Chat was blowing up about a Hollow Knight Silk Song. That's all they cared about.
Oh, yeah. I wonder when that's going to come out, because they said within 12 months of the Xbox showcase.
Hey, we're rapidly approaching that.
We're getting close.
Yeah, I mean, obviously some stuff from that showcase has been flexed out of that 12-month time frame, including Starfield, Arc 2, like majorly delayed. I went on for
Redfall's going to make it.
Redfall is going to make it, but there was some interesting stuff. That one game that you were mentioning, the Explorator, I think is like shot way up on my list of anticipated games.
I went and looked that up on Steam right when you texted me about it, and I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, I want to play this.
Like, you're a lizard with a shotgun and you're like blowing up these weird looking monster people. Previous teasers for this I saw, they say don't trust cute things, or like never go up to cute things. So I guess that's a twist. It's like that's seemingly harmless things like little sunflowers or roses turn into these crazy monsters that you
like otters kill. Or
like little slug looking people
caterpillars.
Kind of thing.
That's cool. I like these indie showcases because usually those games come to PC, like The Ascent.
These showcases, ID at Xbox, these games, I really feel like now that Xbox is getting rolling on, you know, their bigger stuff and their first-party output, these will be much more appreciated, I guess. Because last year it was like, oh, Pentiment is out, but it's like, you know, compared to God of War, it's like gonna fly under the radar a little bit. Yeah. And now these games can step into the role that they were meant to be, more of like a supplemental thing.
And Resident Evil 4 gets its Mercenaries update today.
Ooh, how far are you?
I'm really far.
I just got to chapter 13. I just got past the Ramon fight.
I would have beaten it by now, but I started over because I got it when it came out, then I didn't play for a week, and I was like, I need to just start over.
But anyway, yeah, ID at Xbox Showcase, great show. Looking forward to the games that we were seeing.
Yep.
Some more than others, I will admit, but that's cool. That's cool. Not every game's going to be for everybody. It'd be cool if I could come on and host.
That'd be sweet.
Shows.
Let Ray host.
Next up, we got to talk about this spring sale. Talk about it real quick coming up. This video is going up Sunday. We're filming this on Thursday. So starting on the 7th, there's going to be sales on a bunch of Surface Pro laptops. So if anyone's interested in picking up one of those, and then they're also going to be doing a sale on wireless Xbox controllers, $10 off if you want to pick up any one of those.
Damn. Okay, so you can get that new recycled one?
I don't think that one's going to be on sale.
You can get the Cosmic Shift. What was it? What's the new one that's like exactly the same as Aqua Shift?
Come on, it's a little bit more purple. We went over this. They're also heavily discounting a lot of games too, 60% off on games like Forza Horizon 5, and Sonic Frontiers is on that list as well if you want to pick that up. Forza Horizon 5 seems to have gone down in public opinion the last time I checked.
Dude,
I came on
not loving that rally expansion.
No.
I thought it was fine. I played a little bit of it.
I had a good time with it, but I did have a disclaimer. I was like, I'm not a racing game guy, and I got a review copy, and I was having fun with it, and then people are like, nah, I'm not about this rally adventure expansion.
It's cool that there's new music. I like the seasonal update more than I like the rally update, the like Horizon Midnights, because they added some cool cars.
So yeah, expect a pretty massive sale on the Microsoft storefront in this coming week. 60 to sometimes like 90% off is what we've seen in the past on certain games and stuff. So make sure you check in on the Xbox store, whether it's on your console, whether it's on your PC, because savings are coming, guys. I don't want you to miss out on them. I don't know if we came on and talked about this for a weekend episode, but they are changing this punch card quest for Microsoft Rewards. People love Microsoft Rewards, but now they're taking away that punch card. You're not going to be able to do it. It was a daily kind of thing.
What? They're getting rid of it altogether?
They're not getting... Wait. They're not getting rid of Microsoft Rewards.
Everyone's favorite feature of Microsoft Rewards.
They're getting rid of the punch card and they're converting it over to Game Pass Quest, which is very similar. It's the same value. It's same 50 points. But with the rewards punch card on the Microsoft, and you can like get rewards through games that you own that weren't part of the Game Pass library. Now it's tied up specifically in Game Pass. People are having mixed feelings about it.
If it was coming out the gate, right, like if this was a new thing, then you could say, oh, this is cool. You can get a Game Pass game for free and just own it forever in case it gets removed, like Destiny 2.
It seems like they're gearing something up when it comes to Game Pass. Like there's a bunch of little things I'm kind of starting to notice. Like they took away the $1 promotion for Game Pass.
Gotta pay off those legal fees, man. They're paying so many lawyers.
And then
for this Activision stuff. I get it.
Yeah,
times are tight.
They're reworking some of like the Game Pass quests and rewards and stuff, and they're like kind of, rebalancing some of that. I think honestly it kind of comes down to eventually launching the Friends and Family plan.
That's kind of cool.
And so I'm kind of thinking like, a bunch of people, there's going to be an influx of people getting Game Pass Ultimate through the family plan, I guess. Or are they trying to rebalance the reward system, trying to drive more traffic to Game Pass quests versus straight up Microsoft rewards?
Yeah, because they don't want a bunch of people like ganging up on Microsoft rewards using the family plan of Game Pass. I get why a lot of the like more bonus benefits are going away pretty much everywhere. Stuff's getting expensive,
Yeah, it's
gotta
getting
tighten the belt.
If you were just to do Game Pass quests though, it would take a while. Like if you did the dailies, the weeklies, even the monthlies, even getting a month of Game Pass Ultimate would take like a minute if you didn't combine it with the Microsoft rewards task. People are a little bit upset, but at
the
least
gamers are furious.
The gamers are irritated, yes. Not necessarily furious, but a lot of people are beefing because they're like, what if I don't want to like subscribe to Game Pass? Or like, I want to keep earning points, not necessarily have it tied to Game Pass. This is the moral of the story, I guess. This is something that they were kind of teasing at a couple of weeks ago. Now it is official. So make sure you keep your eyes out on any other changes coming. We'll keep you updated on that as well. So if you want to subscribe, check back in on that. Make sure you do so. This next story, you're the one that brought it up to me. This kind of like emulation not being available on the retail mode for Xbox consoles now.
So
what's going on with that?
So we've talked about this before, right? Where you could put your Xbox into dev mode.
And yeah, I know about the dev mode.
Install emulators over the internet from your computer, basically. Like you could use RetroArch and like all these different emulators, and the Xbox ran all these games like super well. So now I didn't know you could do that in retail mode though. Like when we talked about it, I remember it being like you just pay the $20 or whatever to put your Xbox into dev mode.
From my understanding, it was like put your console in dev mode just in case. Like people were reporting that they were putting emulators on in retail mode and they were getting banned, but some people were like, no, it works perfectly fine for me. I mean, that was a cool kind of thing to know about Xbox. It was like, not only is it just an Xbox, you can run like old Nintendo games on there, old PlayStation games.
Which is great.
Which is like,
that's awesome. I do that on my Steam Deck. I use EmuDeck. It just lets you like install whatever you want. Xbox basically responded to people asking about this, and they were like, look, Nintendo's coming after us. I mean, they're like, emulation is legal, but emulating like Nintendo games is where it gets really rocky. So they're like, Nintendo basically came at us and said do something about it, so we're doing the bare minimum here.
Yeah, so no more emulators on retail mode officially, according to
John Linneman from Digital Foundry and Modern Vintage Gamer, who are talking about this on Twitter.
Yes, so no more. They're locking it down. No more on retail, and they're taking it off of storefronts as well, was the other thing, so you won't be able to search for them on the storefront.
When we talked about, you had to like transfer it from your PC, right?
Yeah.
Like, so now that's how you have to do it.
Now that it's seeming like that's how you're going to do it. And that's what Homeboy from Digital Foundry was saying. He was like, better to just pay the $20, turn it into dev mode. That makes your Xbox like a sandbox. Yeah, you pay it once and then it's dev mode. That is it.
It is like nuts that you could just do that. It's kind of interesting that you can turn your console into a little PC,
like a little computer. Yeah, it's also kind of crazy that Xbox straight up, or like the person who responded to this issue via email was like, it's Nintendo's fault. Yeah,
they're probably just like, look, we are not trying to start any wars with Nintendo while Jim Ryan is over there saying, I want to block your deal,
We got to talk about this, and I'm glad to have you on for this, because this is a story about Square Enix. What did Xbox do to piss off these people so much that they're constantly skipping over their platform and like just saying, no, we're not going to bring their game over?
Is Octopath 1.
Yeah.
Not on PlayStation.
Not on PlayStation, on Xbox and Game Pass, Octopath Traveler 2 No.
No, you don't. You don't get Octopath Traveler 2. Sorry.
This is all being brought up because the latest Final Fantasy anthology of games 1 through 6, Jess Corden put this hilariously on Windows Central. It's available for every other platform, obviously PlayStation, Nintendo, but even on Google Play and the Apple Store, you can get this anthology. You cannot get it on Xbox. You cannot do it. You can literally be out here playing it on a freaking smart fridge, but not on an Xbox console. They just said, no, we are not going to do that. The relationship obviously is not great, Microsoft and Square, for whatever reason. So it's like, what is going on, and how big of an effect does Square's relationship have on Xbox going forward?
Dude, I think it's probably just Square looking at raw numbers and being like, look, we put Outriders on Game Pass day one, underperformed. We put Octopath Traveler on Game Pass when we released it on the console. People probably didn't download it. And they're probably just like sitting there like, look, it's not worth it. For the small number of people who are going to buy these games, it's not worth the money to port it over to Xbox.
Well, on the other end, if you have like this sporadic, weird release schedule, how can you hope to build an audience on something if you like skip every 2 games and then decide, okay, we're gonna like sort of throw this one game on there?
Did Stranger of Paradise come to Xbox? So yeah, Ray looked it up. Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise, the remake of the first game that is very bizarre, is on Xbox. So they're putting weird games on there to justify not porting it. I mean, you're looking at Final Fantasy 7, you're looking at Final Fantasy 16. Sony paid for both of those games, so you can kind of see why they're not going to be on Xbox. But what's a game that you would genuinely buy that they haven't put on Xbox?
The new freaking Final Fantasy 16 Instant Cop. Are you joking? I mean, and
I feel like people would buy that one. I bet they're using weird old data from like Final Fantasy 15, which came out on Xbox. And they're like, look, didn't sell well on Xbox One, which is a bad thing to do because there weren't a lot of Xbox Ones out there. Like, but Sony is paying for development, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, the bigger ones, yeah. To be fair, I came to know Final Fantasy as a series through the PlayStation brand. So like, I sort of get it, like they have a long relationship with them, but again, it's like
the pixel remasters,
what is going on?
They could have put those on Xbox, but those apparently aren't very good. Like they used AI to upscale them, so there's like weird graphics, and then the text is like extremely clear over a pixelated game, which doesn't look great. Octopath Traveler 2 is the one where I'm like, this is clearly a hit for them. Probably would just help overall to have it on Xbox, especially because you have the first game there.
Yeah, I mean, and some of the ports that we get from Square Enix of these Final Fantasy games are kind of weird. I remember trying to play, which was the one with lightning? Is that 13?
Oh, 13.
13 part 1 on PC Game Pass when it was still on there. And I was like, you know, I don't have the best rig, but I got a pretty decent rig. And it was like, so bad. I was like, what is going on with this port? And then on console, it was perfectly fine. So it's just like this weird situation. Again, I don't know how it got to this point where the Square is just skipping willy-nilly Xbox. But that also is the case for a lot of these Japanese titles. So it's not necessarily like a Square specific problem.
It's really weird that a big AAA publisher like them is penny pinching to that degree. I feel like that just is a signifier that they're gearing up for a sale, right? They're like, please buy us. We need help, Sony. Please, we've only released games on your console. We sold off Tomb Raider and Eidos and Deus Ex and everything good that we had.
From that perspective, like selling off their Western studios may have benefited Xbox in the long run.
Yeah, because now like Xbox is making a game with Crystal Dynamics, right?
Yeah. Do you see Sony picking up and buying Square in the future?
Yeah, probably.
I'd say that's
been
pretty
hearing rumors
likely.
about that for a while. Like their Japanese IP, like you were just saying, is generally associated with PlayStation in the first place. Like, so just make it official, guys. Just kiss already.
Just kiss already. Yeah, obviously they just did Forspoken and like that was exclusive, and then having a few more exclusives coming up. For me, from the Xbox perspective, I guess, someone got mad at me because I posted on my story my setup, and they were like, "Why is a PlayStation there?" I was like, "What? Can you go away?"
We both have every console.
From that perspective,
Minecraft Legends together.
Instead of doing this back and forth of like freaking, is this Square published game coming to Xbox, is it not? Yeah, at that point, if PlayStation bought them, I would be like, okay, now I have a definitive answer that all of their stuff is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. I can move on with my life. But this whole dance, it's getting a little bit tiring.